Welcome to Maroon Sports Talk, your one-stop shop for everything EKU sports related. I'm Nicholas Spear.
I'm Jenna Evans.
I'm Joey Aguirre.
And I'm Caleb Wells.
All right, guys, about a little 2 weeks off, and then everything really hit the fan during those 2 weeks for EKU athletics. I mean, it seems to be that everyone's really on a roll here. We'll start, as always, with the gridiron. Caleb, what are your thoughts so far about football? They're on this 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like unbelievable. Like, it almost doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not that, like, I don't have faith in our players, but it's just been astounding, like, what they've done compared to what they looked like at the beginning of the season, where they've looked like at different points in the season, and just how they've put it together. They have really, I think the last podcast we had, we just really talked a lot about identity, and that's kind of stayed true. They found their identity in the run game, and that starts with Josh Carter. And then they just decided, let's expand upon that. So they've added Matt to the running game.
Braden Latham. It seems everyone's running the ball, really.
Everyone's just getting touches. They're all running the ball. They have faith in that offensive line to get out, fire out, and run block. And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah. It seems to be that I know we kind of talked about, it seemed kind of like a lost season almost after the Abilene Christian game. We lost back-to-back away games, both by double digits, and just didn't really seem like Carter's run totals for Southern Utah and Abilene Christian were 43 and 79. Since then, this 4-game winning streak, 167, 149. Braden Latham led the way against Central Arkansas with 73. And then at Austin P, which we won in overtime, we were down 24-7, just came storming back. Carter had 106, but also in that game, Matt Morris, he had 230 passing yards.
Nice.
Coming close to his best game, that was against West Georgia. The 3rd game of the season. So it seems to be they really found their identity. Limit turnovers, we only like 1 turnover, I think, at Austin P. So
if you establish through the run and you teach ball security, turnovers usually do go down. Like, you look at teams in professional sports, like in the NFL, that run the ball more often. Like, you look at those Titans, Derrick Henry teams, like, they would never turn the ball over just because it started at the run and it kind of carried over to the pass.
And also, our secondary too is just going crazy.
Our secondary's been phenomenal.
4 interceptions
Mike
the
Smith
past.
Jr.
Yeah, it's just
unreal.
Yeah. So we are now ranked 25 in the FCS most recent polls. So it seems to be if we win this game, we could either potentially host or still go on the road and hopefully make the playoffs. It seems to be this is like, I don't want to say win and you're in because a lot of stuff has to go in the factory here.
Absolutely.
Like, if
you gotta have some other teams lose.
Yeah, if Southern Utah wins and they beat us, then that kind of stirs the question a little bit. We're still 1 game ahead of them in the win column, and we have those ranked wins over Tarleton State and Central Arkansas.
The ranked wins are going to help us a lot.
Especially that Tarleton State win, for
Even
sure.
the comeback victory against Austin P will help.
And the overtime win, too. What are your kind of thoughts on what they need to do for this last game to kind of – I know they're North Alabama's 3-8, but you can. What we saw last night on Thursday Night Football, you can really never overlook your opponent. So,
absolutely.
What are your kind of thoughts we need to do against North Alabama?
It's going to be cold. Run the ball.
Just run the ball.
Run the ball. I mean, I think that's a given, whether it's cold or not. But in a colder environment, obviously you're going to favor the run game. So I think we got to go out and favor that run game. But also, I think not be shocked if for some reason they're going to stack the box and try to just force us to the pass. I think we just got to have some screenplays ready to counter the blitz that they're going to show. If they're putting 8 in the box, then we need to have go routes for the receivers ready to beat safeties over the top. So just having our alternatives. I know Coach Wells will.
Target DeQuan Stanley, target Marquise Cowwise Jr., target our big receivers, get them involved. I mean, they've shown to be capable this season. So
get the tight ends involved.
Yeah,
it'll be good.
What are your kind of expecting environment like, Jenna? What do you think the environment's going to look like? I mean, they seem to be really harping on like packing the kid and getting the fans out this game.
Well, it is senior day, so I feel like fans will come out even more because they'll want to support our seniors. And just even in the last game when it became one of those really cold ones, there was still people that were out in the crowd. So I'm really excited to see Roy Kid pack this weekend. I really think it will be a good one.
I really do think that also senior day helps too. We have over 20 seniors on this team, so it's a very veteran leadership-led team, and I think that's been able to help this season where things look kind of grim. Those seniors have been there before. especially the ones that have been here all their 4 years or past 3 years. They've been to the playoffs before. We made it in 2022, so they know what it takes to win. So I'm really counting on our veteran leadership this game, because the excitement can kind of get to you if you haven't had that experience before, and they just go 1-0 and then let Selection Sunday kind of take care of itself. Then you can make the playoffs and make some noise, hopefully. So anything else you guys want to add before we move on to basketball? Anything? Nope. All right, let's head on to the court and discuss men's basketball. We're 3-1, first in the ASUN. What are your kind of thoughts so far on the season so far?
I'm very impressed. I love what I've got to see so far. I think there were a lot of questions as far as roles to fill. Losing Michael Marino, losing ASUN Player of the Year, Isaiah Kozart. Like, there were big shoes.
Leland, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Leland Walker, he wasn't as highly rewarded as far as like after the season awards go, but he was probably the most talented player on the team.
Yeah.
And losing him to Florida Atlantic, we Tayshawn Comer to Evansville. I mean, we lost 4 out of our 5 starters. And whenever you hear that, like, you never expect a team's going to be good. And I've been very impressed with what I've seen. Coach Hamilton went out and got some phenomenal players. He's helped develop players that have been sitting on our bench for a few years. They're looking so much better. His faith that he's instilled in them is just really good. And I love the team dynamic. The team's playing really well together, and that's what you like to see. It's really not a one-man show out there.
No.
We've had nights where George Kimball, our new point guard, has really taken the lead. And then we've had other nights where Blanton's putting up 30. So it depends on what the team needs, and those guys are going out and delivering. I think our three-point percentage does need to tick up higher. Guys like Jackson Holt and
Jordan Crawford, another one,
Jordan Crawford. Their three-point percentage is just not where it should be. They're like shooting like 3 of 12, and I'm like, okay, that needs to tick upwards, especially for guys that are known for knocking down threes. But I mean, that hasn't been an issue that's costing us games as of right now. So I've been very impressed. Also very impressed with how we hung with Clemson.
That was very close,
Very close game. The final score doesn't dictate how close it was.
It still doesn't look that bad. I mean,
no, it doesn't. I mean, what it was, like 12.
We were up.
Point loss.
We were up by 1. We lost by 13. We were up by 1 towards the end of the second half. It seemed to be that they really contained Devontae Blayton, and then, but we couldn't really get it going outside of him. And then Vince Paul fouled out. That hurt us a lot. He is probably one of my breakout players of the year so far. He's down there on the block. I mean, he can just attack the board. He's freakishly athletic.
Vince Paul's looked great.
We blew past Chicago State by 20. And he had a highlight reel dunk that I'm surprised he didn't make it on SportsCenter top 10. It was crazy. But last game against Chicago State, it seemed our three-point percentage kind of got back up to where it needed to be. Jordan Crawford can hit the 3. Vince Paul is just freakishly athletic. Meyer Wool is crazy. So I'm very excited for this team. The only thing I'm concerned about is that it seems to be that the ASUN conference this year in men's basketball has really stepped it up a notch. You had Austin Peay get a really highlight win. Jacksonville just knocked off Virginia Tech. North Florida knocked off South Carolina. So it seems to be that ASUN, Lipscomb's another great team. So it seems to be that the ASUN and men's basketball has really ticked it up itself this year. So it's not just going to be we're going to be able to roll past everyone in the ASUN. We really got to lock in for conference play. Yeah, conference play is going to be tough. They're going to be good. Conference play was good last year, but like it depended on what team you were playing. And so now it's like, okay, like everyone's a threat.
Everyone's a threat, yeah.
So
maybe even Bellarmine, you know.
Yeah, you never know. They can hit the 3 ball.
Bellarmine beat. Oh, that's not saying much, but they beat U of L. A couple years ago. Or maybe it was last year. I don't know. Did you like the game? I don't know if they still play that way, but Bellarmine was the team that like wouldn't dribble. Yeah, they just hit the 3. They just pull up and shoot the 3. Yeah, they wouldn't dribble. It was insane. I really like our non-conference schedule this year. We play Louisville, we're winning that Pitt. Game. We're beating U of L. I think so. We're beating U of L. The game after us is North Carolina, so
little trap game for them.
Yeah, a little trap game.
I know we talked about that a couple episodes ago. Moving towards women's basketball here, it's kind of hot and cold. It seems to be. We had to play LSU the first week of the season. I mean, that's just
that's asking for blood.
And then we played
Mike Tyson, Jake Paul right there.
Played Tennessee State the following game. Played Southern Illinois the next game, blew past them, and then we were only down 1 at halftime to Michigan State. And then we played SEMO at home, and then had our highest scoring total of the season by like 20 points. It was 89-61. So just hot and cold. I mean, Caitlin Costner, Alicia Rigonati, they can always step it up. Our freshmen look really good, hit the 3-ball.
Maya Wardle's been good.
Yeah. So I think we play at Radford, at Hampton. We have some easy, hopefully winnable games for non-conference. Then we go to Hawaii. December 11th.
They've been harping on that one. It's big.
It's a big one. So I think we can get it together. I think we'll finish, hopefully, my thinking's 3rd or 4th. FGCU is just hard to – I mean, their coach just left for the Atlanta Dream. So I think we'll be able to take care of it, hopefully get 3rd or 4th, make that ASUN tournament. It's just hard when you lose your top scorer, Antoinette Walker. So hopefully 3rd or 4th in the conference. They look pretty good. So moving on to esports, Joey, what do you have?
So actually, I didn't realize this, but our white team for Rainbow Six Siege is in the finals.
Really?
So they are battling for first this upcoming week. They're actually currently ranked first. They won all 7 of their matches during the season.
They're locking in.
So they have 30, no, I can't do math right now, 29 points more than the second place team. And the second place team only has 1 loss. So that is amazing to see, and I'm excited to see how they do.
We got to get some scholarships. I mean,
man,
they're going to transfer. Hit the transfer portal. Is there a transfer portal in esports?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Sadly,
is that NIL money talking?
Man, if that stuff existed,
Bryce Underwood money.
If that stuff existed, I might have tried it a bit harder in esports.
Oh man, that's awesome. Any other worldly? I know you mentioned something out there in the green room about the game of the year.
Yes, game of the year awards. So
Fortnite.
No.
Man.
Fortnite is a nominee for best ongoing game.
As they should be.
I disagree with that highly, but
hey, OG's coming back. OG's coming back.
Yes,
December 6th.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. But there was Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree made it, which is actually not a full game in of itself. It's the DLC that made it for Game of the Year, which I think surprises a lot of people because usually DLCs themselves don't make it.
Is it a really particularly big DLC?
As far as I'm aware of, yes. Okay. But even then, they still don't usually make it to the full Game of the Year. Another game that surprised, I think, a lot of people, even the creators, was Balatro, which is an indie game that came out earlier this year. I played it when it first came out. I loved it. It's essentially you're playing poker against your AI, not AI, but an enemy, and you need to beat a certain amount. Then you move on, and the number you need to win keeps getting higher with each round. So it's a really interesting game, takes strategy. So seeing that one surprised me, but also it's cool to see an indie game actually make it to Game of the Year, because Astrobot is a game made by PlayStation, I believe. So seeing an indie game competing against these AAA games like Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, that's so cool to actually see. And I'm excited to see who wins it. And then going back to December 6th.
Can't wait.
There is another game coming out on December 6th called Marvel Rivals, which I'm excited about.
So what you're telling me is December 6th is like
December 6th is
Big
going to be
day.
a big day for.
I have it marked down in my calendar for Fortnite OG is back. Turn on Xbox.
So what are you guys looking forward to the most about Fortnite OG? Like what are you most excited about?
Takes me back to my first days of playing Fortnite.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about.
Sorry, we're doing some construction here.
Yeah,
in
sorry
the building.
anyone that can hear that. I don't know if you all can hear that, but if you can,
I mean,
that's
I
construction.
feel like if we could hear it.
yeah,
could
I'd say you
hear
can
it.
hear it.
Yeah.
You just gotta get in Adobe and turn off the background noise. I don't know. Like,
Just render it.
so like, what are you guys most excited about for OG?
So you said something about like each season they're gonna like change the map. Like
I did.
I think I don't remember.
I just know Fortnite OG's coming back.
Okay, so is it like original OG or is it like season 2, season 3? Do you know?
I think it's
I would
sticking
say-
around. Like they
yeah.
said, it's like sticking around for like
Yeah, I
forever.
heard it's
Let me
like
look.
back permanently.
Okay.
Like Fortnite OG's back.
I think they're losing all the players. I mean,
OG.
yeah, they need all those college students that used to play back in the day.
Yeah,
They all
that
left.
played
We're tired
in-
of the little like 12-year-old squeakers. They're like, "Where's my M&M minigun?"
Caleb's on one today.
I am.
They're gonna bring back double
I
pump.
got beef with a bunch of 12-year-olds now.
Caleb left Fortnite.
I did. I left Fortnite.
I need
I legitimately left Fortnite after like season 7.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't
was on
say-
that.
I left after like season
It's back
6.
for good. That article said it's back
Back
for
for
good.
good.
Yeah.
And then I saw another thing that's like Fortnite OG will have its own separate battle pass as well.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It-
As
And
soon
it
as I
says-
left, they
Oh,
pulled me
man.
It
back
says
in.
Chapter 1,
Bro, I'm
Season
so
1.
ready to see
Oh.
like John Wick's running around.
Dude, that's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah,
The
honestly.
one that was released in September of 2017.
Wow.
Man.
Guys, that was 7
Back
years
in that
ago.
day, I played Fortnite on my phone
Oh my
or my
gosh, that was 7
my
years
That was
iPod.
7 years almost.
I was 12. Oh my gosh, I was the squeaker.
Wait. What was the
Caleb
date?
was the
What?
squeaker.
What was the exact date
wild.
of that?
It just says September 2017.
Oh,
so
dang. So
that
it's
would
been over 7 years.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's been over 7 years since that
wild.
game came
I was
out.
playing on my iPod.
You know, like that sound on TikTok they play for like nostalgic videos. I feel like that should be playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, that
Oh, my
I
God.
don't. I was 14.
Think about this. So this is just one of the quotes in the article. The throwback will be nostalgic for some players and brand new to others.
So they're just trying to be like they want the squeakers and the old heads to play in the same match.
They
is what
want
I'm
them to
hearing.
compete and see who is actually better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I think we all
Okay,
know who's going to be
big-
better.
Important question.
Yes.
Where y'all dropping first?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Tilted.
Tilted.
Tilted?
Okay. You have
Do
to
you
go.
want to die?
I'm itching for Dusty Depot though.
Ooh, Dusty. No, the factory's right outside Dusty Depot.
Dude, those are goated.
Those were my
But-
go-to drop.
Yeah.
I need the sniper back.
I think that's.
Sniper. I
I need the
Fortnite.
classic sniper.
I think
back.
something that we need to do as a group once this comes out is get on our devices and play together, and we do quads.
Is it
and-
cross compatible?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cross.
So
Okay.
I think all 4 of us play together, and when we come back next semester,
I'm a loser and I have an Xbox X, so
I have an Xbox.
so he thinks he's better than us.
Yeah,
I just said I'm a loser. How
I
does that mean I'm?
I have
I
an
think I'm
Xbox One.
Yeah,
so
I have an Xbox One
Me too.
and a PC.
PC. Oh man.
Now, my Xbox was a hand-me-down, but it still works.
I actually got the Xbox I have, like the newest console I have in my house is a 2017 Xbox.
Mine too. Mine like every time I started it up, like before I got the X, like it was like a jet engine taking off. Like,
I
how mine
refuse
is.
to
sounded like that
ever-
drill in the background that we keep hearing.
I refuse to ever spend money on video games, so anything I have has been handed down to me by my brother.
Wow.
So does he have an Xbox X?
Don't ask me. I have no clue. I don't even know if he has one anymore. He's married and old.
He's definitely hopping on Fortnite.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He,
know
he
he's
was
off
reading,
on
you know, it's like that meme where it's like you go, hell yeah. He was definitely like about to get ready for bed, and like he was like in, I don't know, somewhere in his house and like saw Fortnite OG coming back, and he was like, hell yeah.
100%.
100%.
I might get my Xbox taken back from me.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that back.
He's gonna confiscate it.
Or his wife's gonna be like, "Why is minus $500 in the bank account?"
Honey, come home. The kids miss you.
I mean, please stop.
He does not have kids. He does have 2 dogs, but
the dogs
come
are
home.
gonna miss him.
The dogs miss you. The dogs are sitting by the door panting. They miss you.
I will
my
also
God.
try to get you guys to play Marvel Rivals with me because
No.
There are team ups that you can do.
Is it free?
Yes.
The game's free?
Yes.
Okay.
oh well, then I can play.
I was going to say,
We're
I'm not-
broke college students.
Exactly.
Joe.
It's free. It's free.
Exactly.
Like I said, I bought my Xbox X. I did not buy my Xbox X. All right. So, anything else for esports?
No, I think that covers it.
One last little tidbit on men's basketball. North Florida, who I had mentioned earlier, they defeated South Carolina, and then they defeated at Georgia Tech. They dropped 100 on them.
Ooh.
So
They're good
that's
this
something to look out for.
Wait,
but,
oh my gosh, they're that good, and they lost Chaz Lanier.
yeah,
Because
to
he went to
Tennessee,
he went to Tennessee.
Well, that recruiting, you know what I mean? Like, hey guys, we got someone to go to Tennessee. Like
That's true. That probably does help.
they lost to
honestly.
13 by Georgia. So
Wait, this is so random. Does FGCU still have that one kid that's like all over TikTok?
I have no idea.
Oh, I hope so. Because they had like a TikTok star on their team.
But they're
last
0-4, so
Then they probably do.
they need to lock in.
Do you remember we did the whiteout game against them last year, and the
Yes.
entire student section was chanting his mom's name.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was so
But he never
funny.
played.
He never played.
He
They
sets the
never,
bench.
They never put him in, but it was.
You know his
so
name?
I can find it.
funny. Okay, you look at it. You look
How
at
to
it as
put
we go
someone
to our
on
next.
blast on the podcast. All right. While she looks for that FGCU TikTok star, volleyball.
Well, I just want to know if we can still like heckle him this year because that was fun. The whiteout game. It was
So
fun.
it was national TV too.
I know. ESPN news.
So all right, volleyball. Caleb,
Volleyball.
you're the volleyball expert.
Yes.
We defeated Jacksonville 3-1. We
did.
play FGCU tonight at 8 p.m.
Absolutely.
And they absolutely just crushed Queens in the first round.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like 25-8 the first set, 25-10 the second, and then like 25-13 the third.
Right. So for those that don't know, because we haven't had the podcast in a couple weeks, EKU is the 4 seed in the ASUN Conference.
ASUN Conference Championship.
Yeah, ASUN Conference Championship. That's what I mean.
The tournament or whatever. Yeah,
right,
same
the tournament.
thing.
So yeah, on Thursday at 4, they played number 5 Jacksonville and took them out 3-1. And that was a really good showing for Coach Bazzani's team. They did not play anyone outside of their starters, like the regular players. They literally just stuck to their girls that have been the most consistent all year. No freshman touched the court. Well, outside of Cooper Abney. Cooper always plays, though. Was the only freshman that touched the court. So she didn't play a lot with lineup. She stuck to her girls, and they played phenomenally. They spread the wealth really well. So as a team, they had 55 assists, but they didn't have a single player like higher than 12 kills, which is really good actually, because that means you're getting a lot of people involved. So Carson Ledford actually led the team with 12 kills as a middle. This is one of the first games, if not the first, at least the first that I've got to see, where we had a middle lead the team in kills.
She did the same thing against FGCU in the regular season when we swept them 3-0. Carson Ledford.
Oh, Ledford
She had 12 kills against FGCU earlier in the year.
Yeah. Ledford's been great. She's been phenomenal all year. She's coming off a second. She was just named second team All ASUN. So, but she absolutely balled out. 12 kills, 9 blocks. That's the best she's blocked all season. So she looked phenomenal. Cambry Lucas looked great. 15 digs and 10 kills. That's a double-double for her. And then Sarah Mitchell has been great all season. She was named first team All ASUN. She had 9 kills. 1 assist, and then she, I think, had some blocks in there too, a block as well, and 11 digs from back row. So she was just all over the place. Emily Hill was phenomenal. She actually led the team in digs as our primary setter, which is insane. Yeah. Emily's been great all season. She's only been getting better because the better that Cooper Abney gets, the better that she gets and gets to play right side. And she's a phenomenal hitter as well as she is setter. And of course, she had the 28 assists leading the team. So the stats are really just well spread out, well versed. Josie Schmittendorf is coming off Defensive Player of the Year for ASUN Conference, which is phenomenal. That's the second time she's won that. She was well deserving. She led the ASUN in digs and was 21st nationally in digs. So she's just having a phenomenal 5th year with the Colonels. I really think this is our year to get that.
Make the NCAA tournament?
To make the NCAA tournament, but also win the ASUN Championship.
Yeah.
I think that's our year to win the ASUN Championship because they want it so bad. We've got 4 seniors on the team, and they want it bad. I've got to talk to all 4 of them, Paige, Cambry, Josie, and Sarah, and they want it bad. And not only do they want it bad, but they got beef with FGCU.
What was funny, too, is when I spoke to Vandergriff earlier in the year, that was like right as the season had just kicked off, and she name dropped FGCU, and then they had that chip on their shoulder.
I interviewed Sarah and Josie before the season started, and they name dropped FGCU.
Yeah,
they won. They won FGCU.
Yeah, and they got them tonight at 8. So I think what really needs to stick out this game for them, I'm looking at the match recap against FGCU earlier in the year when we swept them 3-0. Carson Ledford did the same thing that you just mentioned she did against Jacksonville last night. Yep. Had 12 kills, didn't commit errors on 16 attempts, posted a 750 attack percentage.
It's a percentage. She had a 4.29 last night.
Yeah. We out-hit FGCU percentage-wise 371 to 192, so defense is huge too, getting those digs. We had 48 kills compared to their 33. We out-digged them 47 to 30. So I really think we just played that same style of the ball that we played last game.
I agree.
We can really pull it out here and spread that well.
I think that's just got to be the mindset is like play your players that you trust. And that's what she did last night. Like all the players that touch the court are players that have just consistently made the right play. It's players that when they're put in a tough situation, they're going to make the right decision.
Yeah.
And they play smart too. I obviously wasn't at last night's game because it was in Fort Myers Beach, Florida.
Why didn't you drive, man?
Look, I'm dedicated, but college, man.
Yeah.
But I was watching the game on TV, and it was just really fun to watch because it's like you could just see the experience of our team. Like if there was a set that was a little eerie and it's going to turn into a joust, they wouldn't swing into it. Like they would tip over multiple times. Cambry had a set that was a little far off the net, so rather than swing at it and like land it in the net, she'd roll the ball, drop it right over. Josie even had a kill last night, which is insane, getting a libero kill. So just watching them make like smart plays, knowing when to play, pushing back corner. That's what we need to have tonight against FGCU because they're a team that's also going to make the right play.
Yeah.
So it's just about who's going to like stick out because it's going to be like long rallies. It's going to be really long rallies because they have an amazing setter. They have really good middles, really good hitters. Same for us. We have it's just a lot of talent on the court tonight. And so it's just about who's going to survive those long rallies, those long points. Who's going to hang in there. Yeah.
And I really they're one of their best players is Shelby Kent. Last match, she had 22 kills, but the closest person was Skylar English with 4. And so if you really it's kind of like basketball or football, like let them get their 40 and then just contain everybody else.
Right.
If you can contain Shelby Kent, I think we win the match easily. But it's hard to do. Easier said than done. For our kills, we had 12, 9, and 8, and then everyone else got a few in there as well. So spreading the wealth.
And Emily and Cooper do a great job of that.
Yeah. So I really think we can win this match, and then we'll play either Central Arkansas or Lipscomb, who's been our Achilles heel, Lipscomb all year.
I want to see a rematch against Lipscomb.
Yeah, it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
It is. It is hard to beat a time. I can't speak. What Nick said.
Yeah. So I really think we can pull this one out tonight.
And I think, like I said, just with the seniors, they're just hungry. They want it. This is their last chance to win a conference championship. They've never done it during the 5 years that Josie and Sarah have been here, in the 4 years that Cambry and Paige have been here. So, yeah, I think they just want it bad. They're going to go out and compete.
Yeah.
I think we get the win tonight.
Get done with this drawing. So, kind of wrapping up here, kind of question of the day for you guys.
I found our guy.
Oh, you got? Okay, I forgot about that. Yeah. Is he still at FGCU?
He is still at FGCU. He has, in his career, he's a senior this year. In his career, he has 2 minutes of playing time. Last year, he did not play at all.
He's trying.
But so, question of the day, I guess, what does he do on TikTok?
Right here it is. He has 1.2 million followers. So honestly,
holy crap!
It looks to me like he just dances with his uniform on.
Jen is putting this man on blast.
I'm being completely honest. I mean, like,
he's a bench warmer.
Hey, somebody
that bothers me.
I mean,
it's because he lives in Florida. Yeah. I'm telling you, anyone that is in her 20s in Florida is TikTok famous.
I look like a frat boy. I'm tall. I can put a jersey on and dance. Where's my money?
Stop. Okay, so there's one TikTok that it's him sitting on the bench, and it says, when you keep making eye contact with your coach, and they still won't sub you in.
At least he's honest.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he knows he sets the bench.
At least he knows he's not good.
Shame king.
Respect.
And then, but then the next one is D1 basketball player dating the life.
Oh my god. The amount of times I've seen that. Like, I don't even have TikTok, but like I still see it on Instagram Reels. Is like.
Yeah, I've seen that guy on Instagram Reels too.
Well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, question of the day, Nick.
Well, it was what this man does on TikTok. But I guess what we can do is, if you had to pick one sport for EKU to make the NCAA tournament, what sport would you want to see the most? I mean, obviously, I want to see everyone. Like, hang a banner up, load them up in AC. But what are you like most excited for? Since all of our teams are kind of gearing towards postseason besides basketball, what do you think? I guess I can reword this question. What do you think the team needs to do the most this weekend to make that tournament? Football, volleyball? What do y'all think, Caleb?
I mean, as far as like the one I want to see the most, it's got to be volleyball. I've got to cover them all season. I've kind of been like the main press person, at least as far as Eastern Progress goes, for covering volleyball. And it's been really fun. I've got to know some of the players, got to know their coach.
Yeah.
So it's just really fun. They're a really good team. They're a lot of really great people. And so I just really want to see them succeed. I've got to follow them all season and know what they're capable of, and they're absolutely capable of winning.
I agree.
The ASUN Championship and putting out a strong appearance in the NCAA Championship. So that's the team I want to see the most. I definitely rooting for them.
What do you think they need to do?
What do I think they need to do? Again,
execute.
One, execute, but also just continue to do what John has done and just put faith in her players. Just like let them go out and do their thing and play the lineups that they know. At this point in the season, she's really perfected her lineups, especially with the emergence of Cooper Abney. That's helped a lot.
Yeah.
So having a secondary setter, she can really play her lineups the exact way she wants them to. And this is a team that doesn't make a lot of errors, so it's just trusting her players and letting them do what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. Joey?
For me, it's going to be football. I'm a huge football fan, so I'm excited to see them hopefully win this weekend.
Yeah. Run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball.
I'm going to say men's basketball. Yeah, because first off, I'd get to travel with them. So, and it wouldn't be outside because football's outside. It's really cold right now, so.
Staying indoors.
Yep, staying indoors. And as far as what they need to do, win. Keep winning. Win.
Beat North Florida.
Yeah.
Really insightful, Jenna. That's good.
Thank you.
Win.
Beat North Florida.
Win.
Just win.
I mean,
that's
just
all.
win.
Execute.
It's so
Just
easy.
execute. Just
Make
execute.
more points.
Maybe you should tell Coach Hamilton that. He might appreciate that.
Dude, just win.
Just win.
Just tell him to
Just
win. I
playing
mean,
Louisville, just win.
When you drop like 8 games in a row in Fortnite, I'll be like, Jenna, just win.
Just win. Do better. For me, man, it's going to be volleyball. I mean, they're fun to watch.
They are.
I
They're
mean,
so fun to watch.
Talking to Vandergriff earlier in the year, got to know her a little bit, her story, just inspiring.
Oh, yeah,
Having that
she's
chip on your
awesome.
shoulder. I love when you like just name drop. Like you say all the time, like you're like talking with your friends, like name drop. And she name dropped FGCU, and I don't like FGCU. So, man, just win. Just win, man. Execute. Beat Lipscomb. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. I think we can do it. I think we know what to do at this point. But that's the last episode of the semester. When we come back in January, it'll be knee deep into basketball season, and hopefully we'll be able to talk about the deep run they made in the NCAA tournament for volleyball. So and football. So looking forward to it. So we'll see you guys next semester. Thanks for sticking out with us, and we hope to see you guys next semester.
See you guys.
So long.